are on high alert after several attacks on Jewish institutions this week. In addition, pro-Palestinian protesters have clashed with German police. Deutsche Welle correspondent Marie Sina joins us now from Berlin. Marie, welcome. So what can you tell us about these incidents in Germany?
Yeah, so tensions have been running high, particularly here in Berlin these past days. There have been a number of worrying anti-Semitic incidents. Attackers, for example, reportedly threw 2 Molotov cocktails at a synagogue in Berlin just a few days ago. And in the center of Berlin, very close to where I am right now, police formed a protective shield around the Holocaust memorial in order to prevent attacks. There were also reports of Israeli flags being torn off flagpoles in the German city of Leverkusen. And in general, anti-Semitic or anti-Israel incidents have spiked since the beginning of the war between Israel and Hamas. Between October 7th until October 15th, there were more than 200 anti-Semitic incidents recorded in Germany, and that's a big increase of more than 200% compared to the same period last year.
And how have German politicians reacted to these incidents?
German politicians have been issuing a lot of symbolic statements since the Hamas terrorist attack on Israel in order to show solidarity. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier, for example, visited a synagogue. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser said that protection of Jewish people in Germany is a top priority for the government. And police presence has also been ramped up around Jewish institutions here in the country. And in addition to that, yesterday, upon returning from his trip to Israel and Egypt, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz emphasized in a speech that anti-Semitism has no place in Germany. And he also said that authorities can't let protests take place when there's a risk of anti-Semitic statements being made at these protests.
And on that point, in recent days, authorities have banned several pro-Palestinian protests. How have they justified that?
Yeah, it's a really difficult balance that authorities have to strike here. On the one hand, there is a constitutional right to freedom of assembly and protest in Germany. But on the other hand, authorities are on extra alert for public safety at the moment. And that's due to the very incidents I described earlier. But it's also because of Germany's historical responsibility after the Holocaust. If there are fears that at certain protests there will be incitement, hate speech, or the denial of the right of existence of Israel, then these protests will be banned. But this broad clampdown on demonstrations is also being strongly criticized by many legal experts. And these bans have caused serious tensions among everyday people here in Germany. This week, for example, violent clashes between police and demonstrators took place, especially here in Berlin. In one area of the city, some protesters threw stones, bottles, and fireworks, and police used water cannons to disperse the crowd. So pretty violent scenes here. 170 people were arrested on Wednesday alone. So it's a tense situation, and even peaceful protests, including a candlelit vigil for the victims of the hospital attack in Gaza, were shut down forcefully by police this week. So again, it's a tough balancing act in the midst of a very, very tense atmosphere here in Germany.
Okay, Marie Sina reporting there from Berlin. Planet America's John Barron and Chaz Licciardello are back again tonight.